Hello everyone, I am TechPy. Today we will discuss Windows Labs solution via Microsoft Intune. What is Labs first? Labs is local admin password solution and we will explore local admin password solution through Intune. Trust me, this is very interesting and very important for your company organization security purpose. So let's go. So what is Labs? Labs is a Windows inbuilt feature to maintain local admin password. And why it is so much important? Because it is not a like your local accounts. Local accounts are not your domain accounts. So you cannot manage through your Active Directory or through your intra ID. Every system has one local account, and if suppose your organization has 5,000 or 10,000 devices, how difficult to manage those local admin accounts, and those are very sensitive. So that is the main reason for lab solution. What is and why it is that much of important? Because those admin passwords are very like, so you can think about your organization security, that every devices has a different or different admin account, the password will be different, so it is not manageable. And keeping a same password for all like local admin account, that is also vulnerable. So then Microsoft comes with a solution and introduces it as an inbuilt feature on your local Windows machine. And now we will explore how we can utilize that feature using Intune, how we can rotate those passwords in upcoming slide. So what is the benefit of labs if we choose Intune as a solution? So labs with Intune will give you the centralized password management solution. You know, Intune is a powerful mobile device and Windows as well as Mac managed solution. So if we will utilize Intune, we will not only manage the devices with compliance with security, we will also able to manage the local admin password. So one solution for multiple purpose. Again, what is the next advantage? Automated password rotation. So if we will use Intune, we will have a console or single pane of glass where we can rotate easily local admin password either manually or through a schedule, through a policy which suits for our organization. Third important point, it not only rotate password, it not only provide you a centralized management solution, it also gives you a option or opportunity to store those password either in Microsoft Entra ID or in your legacy on premises. As well as the most important, it doesn't need any extra labs agent. Your Intune is self capable of managing password, rotating password, and saving or taking the backup, exporting to your Intune through your Azure or through your Intune and Azure is the same thing, Intune or your on premises. For doing all this, it doesn't need any extra agent, any extra overhead or licensing cost. Now we are going to take, suppose we decided, okay, we will use Intune for this. What next? The next is your eligibility, your requirement. The first and important, you should have Microsoft Intune Plan 1 subscription. It if you have Microsoft Intune Plan 1 configuration or Microsoft Intune Plan 1 licensing module, you will have Intra ID free because Intune runs on Intra. So every object in Intra which is going to managed which is going to be managed will have a Intra ID. So if you have Intune Plan 1 license, you will also have a Intra ID. Also, how what are the method on which it will work. It will work on intra-join machine or hybrid join machines. It will not work on intra-registered machine. So there is a difference between intra-join and intra-registered machine, which is a point of discussion for another topic. I will cover that also, but not here. And the solution, it is not only giving you to save your those local admin password in intra, but suppose you have some legacy system which like your active directory, or you want to save it in your active directory, you don't want to save it in your intra, so it will also give you the option to save those password in your on-premises active directory. Supported OS versions: Windows 10, Windows 11 onwards, and the version for Windows 10 and Windows 11 Pro Enterprise, it doesn't support Home Edition, and Windows Server 2019 onwards. Directory join types, of course, it is hybrid join systems will work here. In part 2 of this video, we will go through end-to-end deployment to configure labs to implement it in device. But here just a high level implementation plan. We will enable labs policy, labs setting in Microsoft Intra Admin Center. We will choose which admin account is will be scope of this policy. If it is disabled, we will enable it through Intune policy. We will create a labs policy in Intune. We will assign those lab policy to devices, and we will monitor events on devices as well as in Intune to know if it is actually working. So this is a high level implementation. We will discuss, as I mentioned, in later part of the video. So this is a screenshot how we are going to create a labs policy in Intune. It comes if you will log in intune.microsoft.com, and if you will move to endpoint security tab, and then if you will go to the account protection, as it is mentioned here, you will see that the option for creation of policy, then you need to choose the platform. It will be either Windows 10, or later like you can choose Windows 11, which is recently available. The profile that you need to select is the local admin password solution Windows Labs as highlighted in this, and the configurations let in the latter part of the, if you will move ahead like in the configuration setting, which is the if you will see the two after basic, there is a configuration setting. There you need to select backup directory, which will be either intra id or active directory, and the password is, and the third option is the assignment, which you will go to the devices device group or the user group which suits for your organization. Like suppose you configured it, and like user used local admin password to log in your device for some administrative activity, for some troubleshooting activity, then what will be the other option? The options will be, once it is used, reset the password. Reset the password, log off user. Reset the password, reboot the system. These are the security measures that you will see in when you will configure it. It will give you those options. And what is the delay setting? Delay setting is something, suppose you reset the password. So how much time it, like suppose you log in your system. So after how much hours your password will logged in, or your password will be reset. Suppose you choose 6 hours and you logged in a system for any administrative works or any troubleshooting works that needs the admin elevated access, it will wait for 6 hours on that particular device to reset the password. Suppose you forgot to log off from that device with that admin privilege, it will, if you selected the option reset and log off after 6 hours, you will logged off from the system after 6 hours. Or suppose you set a option that reset and reboot, so and the delay setting you choose as a 6 hours. So after 6 hours, the admin account which you choose to log in, the password will reset and the device in which you logged in will reboot it. So these are the post authentication actions, I will rather say a security measures to safeguard those local admin password. Suppose you implemented it, then what are the best practices that you are going to choose? The password policy that you will select for local admin accounts will be complex or strong enough. Second, access to those lapse policies or lapse access will minimal and only to those users or to those elevated rollback access which is required, and keep it minimum because these accounts are very sensitive. So, and of course these are the work of a security administrator or your information security team, but when you are going to implement, you need to take these in consideration to avoid any security breaches, to avoid any data breaches.